And we are back. Thank you for staying with us. And this is the first conversation of the day. As we told you earlier, we are hosting an icon in the Kenyan music industry. Hellen Mtawali is right here with us. She is a celebrated figure in the Kenyan music and creative arts scene, known for her work in music training, performance, and mentorship. We're going to talk about her journey. She's going to tell us a few things that you can take home, especially if you are in the music industry, from her expertise and her wealth of experience and knowledge. So help me welcome Hellen. Karibu sana.
Thank you. A round of applause for me.
Round of applause.
Kidding, yeah.
Yeah, fun fact. Hellen just told me that she used to do karate before, before she became Hellen.
Ray.
What happened? Why did you stop?
First of all, I have to introduce myself well. My name is Hellen Olivia Akotomo. Yarnya catch. Makine na kauto tadongora therefore. Mtawali.
Wow.
Sasa now naweza pumua sasa.
That's how to be out of the record.
Yes, because I went to America and everybody was making their name short. Matthew called me Matt. Johnson called me John. Hellen unite hell Starkey.
No.
That's how come I have a long name. Now apparently where I come from, these are Europeans. You pack yourself. It's called packmentation. Pack yourself. Kama ni Hellen nani? Hellen Olivia Akoth. Siwezi kuwa na jina moja. I cannot have one name.
My goodness.
I have to have Olivia Akoth. My maiden name. Omolo is my father.
Wow.
Nyarnya kat makire na kauto. Tadwongora therefore. It's my South African name. When I went to South Africa, they gave me that name of Kama nikumbali sijuta nita. And then Mtawali ni address. Kabisa. Now.
Okay.
That is mean completeness.
Amazing. I couldn't have hacked that if
I know.
tried. So yeah, you did good to introduce yourself.
Okay, now back to your question.
Back to well, you did karate. That's an interesting.
I did karate in Form 4 when I was in Form 4. Karate I did and I was black belt.
Wow.
Then I quit.
Wow.
As soon as I quit, nyama zikaanza kujasa mahali masoli liko. Then I just all of a sudden became so big,
Yeah, but you're not so big now.
No, now I had to work towards losing a lot of weight. And I've lost a lot of weight. I used to be 110, now I'm 83.
Ooh,
yeah, that weight just goes by itself. Those of you who are struggling with weight, Omera, drink water.
That can't be the only solution.
I know. You'd be surprised. And then for me, I think is tea, breakfast sometimes is actually what adds my weight.
Oh.
I said mine because for me, it's as soon as I stop taking breakfast, I take lunch and supper.
Okay.
As soon as I quit taking sugar in the morning, that's how come. I didn't even have to ask myself. Apparently, I was helping my daughter. My daughter was also working towards that. But for me, it worked. For her, it has never worked.
So it's different for
everybody, yeah.
Interesting, because we're looking back in the day, and she is famously known from Tusker Project fame.
That was my break.
Yeah, that was your breakthrough. That's where people came to know about you, and so clearly you were big, and now you have reduced a lot.
So I look like a 21-year-old.
You look like a 21. But you look good.
Just know it's intentional.
Excited, excited to have you here. It's not every day that we host icons like you, So it's a pleasure,
Thank you. It's also good to know that I am iconized, Thank you very much, Kenyans. All glory to God and you guys. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. So we want to you to take us through your journey, for people. For some, the Gen Alpha who's watching and they didn't get to see you, they don't know about you. So take us through your journey and even to what you're doing now.
Currently. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers, my mother tells me that when I was in the womb, I used to go,
wow.
I come here, I go this way anyway. Yeah, so my mother says that I loved music a lot. Yeah, and she used to sing for me, you know, in the womb. You know, when she's doing her stuff, she would sing. But my father was a choir master. My father was a choir master. So I'm raised in a Christian home. Found my mother and father singing together. And then I joined the choir when I was in class 5. And I used to sing, Ewe Mariamu, utamza mwana, yawezekana. And then a big choir answers me. I'm like, oh my God.
This is good.
My father identified that I never used to sing off key. I would sing on key. But we would go with him for choir sessions, etc. So he says, wewe, toka hapo enda ukaimbe pale. Baba unaambiwa na tati uende pa. So my father actually used to even teach us how to conduct. So I would learn how to conduct. He just be, Helen, come and do this. Now apparently we were 6 children. Unfortunately, 2 of my brothers, who were the only boys, died.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, but they died when they were old enough. But then we used to have a house choir, and I used to lead. Even if you are a neighbor, as long as you come to our house, we would sing, and I would be the one leading.
So it was a culture in your house?
Yes, in our culture in our house, we would sing for you folk songs that we learned in school, some of the songs we learned in Sunday school, and some of the songs that our father would write for us, and we would sing.
Wow.
So we had a family choir.
So it came from the blood?
From the blood, yes. And as I continued growing up, my father, when I got to university, I really cried. When I realized that I could not go to KU, I cried in the bathroom for 3 hours. Then later my father says, don't worry, I work in a university. That time, he had found a job at Daystar University. So I will ask the registrar and you will come and sing there. Apparently there was music there. So when I got there, this music that I really desired to learn in KU, and I missed KU with 1 point, now I learned it at Daystar.
Wow.
Do you know I used to study that music like as if it was my major, yet it was my minor.
Wow, because of
Then
the
I
passion
learned
you
everything. Currently, I work for Daystar University. I worked as a music lecturer for a while, for about 13, 14 years. Then one of the vice chancellors thought that I could be deployed to corporate affairs so that I could have more time now to use music to market the university. And that's what I do until now. So I do my level best that people get to know what I do with musicians. So when I get out there to talk or motivate students about their career paths, then I get a platform to talk about Daystar University. Because that's what actually molded me. I studied at Daystar, did my degrees there. So I do degrees zote.
Zote,
Daystar. And I'm glad because they actually transformed my life. Because Daystar University has something called liberal arts. So liberal arts is where you can actually get into study. You want this major course to study it, but then somehow your minor course, whatever you do for your minor, could actually open ways for you in your career paths. So I did music on the side, which apparently that's actually what I do majorly. So I appreciate the fact that it's liberal arts. Yeah. It also, liberal arts education also opens your eyes up when you do certain electives that will allow you to spring from whatever you're doing. That little course that maybe you might have taken as a minor or an elective is what probably could actually be the link for you into your greatness. So I appreciate Daystar University. I've worked there for 30 years, 30 years.
That's 3 decades. 30 years.
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
Na ni kama jana tu, don't usinidharau sana. Yeah. I thank God.
Yeah.
So currently I work for Daystar. That's where I've been for the longest time I've known. And it's like I'm growing backwards. So I appreciate all departments that we usually market when we go out there for high schoolers to know what is it they need to know to shape their career paths. You talked about Gen Alpha. Today, Gen Alpha are lucky that we can actually have them listen to us who have passed through certain things in life, tell them and advise them. Us guys had nobody to advise us. Enda shule, ukitoka shule, enda uone nini unaweza fanya hapo. Kama mwalimu anapenda kazi yako ni sawa, kama hapendi pole. try driving kwa balabala.
In nature, but you can also mimic voices very well.
Fantastic.
Very well.
So I'm also a linguist. I speak 16 languages. I'm working on Chinese because I know one day China will come on my front, you know. Yes. Most of the places that I have learned the languages from I've been to. Like I learned Amharic, not knowing that I'll be into Ethiopia one time. I've not been to South Sudan, but I've been to Dubai. I've been to Dubai. So hopefully one day I'll be able to do alhamdulillah ana farahan fi nasakum kaninta hinak ana hina inta ba aino ana bu ono sawa alhamdulillah farahan fi nasakum.
What did you just say?
I just say I'm happy to know all of you guys. As you listen to me, I also listen to you. I'm very happy today.
Wow.
You know, that's Arabic. And then in South Africa, I just went to South Africa. Hey guys, I tell you, South Africa, when I go to Johannesburg is not safe. I'm telling you, get there and you have to pray Jesus, pray God, just in case they want to put a shambok on your neck. Oh. I'm telling you for a fact, if it's South Africa, you're blessed. I went to South Africa, they sing very well, they sing from their stomach. If I want to teach people how to sing from their stomach, I don't say, sing from your stomach. No, I say, sing from your diaphragm. Listen to South Africa, say, that's one. Now sing it from your stomach. Like that. I just went South Africa. Miriam Makeba was my favorite. And I did South African Sarafina. I acted like Sarafina's mother. Where? Modoa nyumba. Niliakta mtu wa South Africa lakini.
Did you just...
Nilikubuka South Africa sio mahali niko hapa saa hii. Niko Kenya. So nilikuwa natafuta mede gani inaishi kwa nyumba ya mzungu.
But how do you do that?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know. It just happens. I was just talking to my friend yesterday and I said, hey, by the way, there's just a way the brain is so intelligent that when you know things like that, I look at you like this and you tell me you're a Luo, immediately, Omera, Luo utakuja kwa mudomo changu mara moja huyo. Na mina hiyo nitasitokea kama basi. Mimi sio tu akoto volo nyarnyakali. Kermada kocha means the Madam President. Mimi ni president wa Jaluo ya musicians.
Hey, clearly,
within and without Kenya, gospel musicians. So I just look at somebody like this. Remember this one, now mukamba givindio, mondula era wa mukamba givin, nisi, bandu vala vivata mukawa nevinya. I sang with Kasanga for 15 years. Kunize kikamba John the way. Ku mondola. I
am impressed, honestly.
I have not even told you that. Apart from that, they call me to MC events online. When they are having events online, they call me to come and MC for them. Niger stuff. So apart from that, Niger don't influence blind. Bia. Gregege, the emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion. There's a program. There's actually a site just like TikTok online called Boom Live.
Boom Live.
Plenty Nigerians. You enter like this,
Nigerians.
Leave Yakata. Jackpa. When you jackpa, you don't find Niger people inside there. So they don't teach me how to speak this language, Nigeria. So are we continuing on with Niger or I'll continue with Maswahili?
Let's switch back to our English.
Sasa basi later kaolewa na Mgirema basi haya. Beni haye. Choki Girema rakimanya chose ni bewe. Kunisengenya bulemino. Shaolewa na Mgirema basi we jifunze hicho kabla uolewe manake kusengenya nayo. Wacha kusengenya kweli. Anyway, moving on swiftly.
Hey, okay. I'm not sure. This is good. I'm like, honestly, still amazed by how you're able to switch between the languages, how you were able to even learn 16 languages.
I tell you, the brain is intelligent. I don't know. But, through music.
Through music.
Because you just learn, if you learned 20 core songs, who are you? Kwa sababu ukijifunza hizo wimbo umeshajifunza song 1 mother just so them bosiara de mother vocabulary yaingia. By the time you're done with 20 songs, you definitely must have asked somebody, so how do you greet in Geko? Ohoro aku. De mwega onawe. We mwega. Okay, sawa onawe tahuo. By the time you're done, you have learned the whole language.
Impressive. But Arabic, do you like sing Arabic, or how did you get to learn? I think I find Arabic so hard. One of the hardest.
So Arabic, writing the Arabic is what's hard. Arabic lazima utoe na ile accent yake, because in music I teach people intonation. Whatever language you're learning, learn the right intonation. Otherwise utaambia watu tiga komea goro de meya komea ki kumia. Spell the same but pronounce differently. Kendo, kendo, kendo. Spell the same. Kendo is again. Kendo, marriage. Kendo, fireplace.
Wow.
So on all languages that you learn the intonation.
Very important.
That's the first thing I tell my students. So that's how come. And the brain, if you're a musician is one who can master 300 songs and sing for you in 3 hours.
Wow.
All from the head.
Look.
That's memory. So it sharpens your memory, music. Sisi ni wa Kenya, we don't want to sing. I mean, Africans, you don't want to sing a song from reading. Unaanza kusoma, because the way it's written kwanza is different from the way it's pronounced. So acha kujidanganya. Hata iko ukiandika hapo chini alafu uanze kusoma hiyo, iko utaanza kujiuliza hii na pronounce aje. So better learn the intonation. That was my secret. Once you do that, apply that into different languages, you're good. My father, we used to compete because my father also worked at Daystar. So as he meets people at the bookshop, speak to them in different languages, he writes down.
Wow.
Nikasema, why don't we do a competition? Nilimpita vibaya sana.
Wow.
Umera baba nilikupita. That's actually not knowing that is actually one of the things that will become my strength. Yeah. So my father speaks several languages, but we started from Kikuyu.
Wow.
Then now I went Arabic. And Arabic, Arab Juba. Anasta Arab Juba Kulu. Ana asma Arabic. Like in the Arab Juba, colloquial Arabic. There's colloquial Arabic, and then there's also now the Arabic. Ile waluya pasi ndio. Kama ya waluya. Unatokanga basi unakuleza unakonga kom. Chai modo na kamjabati nani? Ndio. Sasa kiulia ndio niliwachana naye kwa sababu Alex nani ndanipeleka wapi? Mutaniletea confusion is the beginning of wisdom nani?
Utoma nane ni mingi sana.
Kabisa. Kabisa nikasema pasi. Wachako pasi kwa waluya nijifunze tu Kiswahili yao. Alafu baadaye tutakonga kwa mtu wako. Tukutane for instance for adventure. Mahali tu. But Arabic was good. That was the first language I learned. I learned the music. Ana bikongos wara inta yeso. Men enta futu setani kulu.
Wow.
Wajifunza neno toka hapo. Nenda kamwimbia mtu tu hizo words. So kingana komituna. Eloko nini boy pasi na papasi utana botama. Minyoko leleki. Nanya koyo kanga. Ngana tuni na baninga. Sema na capital letters kama Jaluo. Mara moja mtu na believe wewe kidogo ili usidanganyike. Jifunze hiyo kilugha vizuri. Ndio wakikupata wapate kama ndio ulijifunza wimbo. Lakini kuna vile umeelewa lugha zote.
Okay.
Music just makes it easy for you to understand.
To get it.
And also appreciate. It makes you appreciate the language. Okay. As soon as I learned Kikuyu, I appreciated Kikuyus big time. Although I'm a Luo.
Wow.
I started appreciating them.
Wow.
Kienda bali kasema Hellen sasa tunataka utuibie. Hakuja utuibie kasema niibe tena yao. Kuja utuibie hiyo ibo ya iko na kesho uniwe ndio MC kwa hii function ya watu wa kutoka Muranga. Adwa Muranga mweriega toriega before at least you learn how to greet.
Yeah.
After that you say
basics.
okay adwa joba dreader, so you can go on and on depending on what it is.
So it has even created opportunities for you,
A lot of opportunities. They say your talent will open opportunities for you. You not be lie. I'm waiting to go to Nigeria. Although I've been to Cameroon just to go and MC. Naja, I'm coming.
You're coming all the way from Kenya to Cameroon to MC.
To
because
MC
you
their
understand
events, because I understand
language.
Naija.
I love that.
This one, they're speaking capital letters. Uzuri ni kwamba Kijaluo pia ni capital letters. Umera bwana, ngamukalo kanyo ndo bwana ineno kuon moroba duong na nasengenya.
Wow. Wow, I'm motivated. Okay. I thought studying languages was a problem. I've struggled studying Spanish. Now I'm challenged. I can actually learn it.
For French, I went to school to learn French, not knowing that one day I'll actually find a way to. Now when I speak Lingala, there's no way you can speak Lingala without French. Ngala uti vraiment. Na uti awa parce que the French.
Yes. Yeah.
So most of them speak Lingala, but they conglomerated with some French. So my French was not in vain. Nilienda tu module 1 jusqu'à module 8. Na pas aller française.
Just here.
J'ai appris mon français.
Do you speak German?
Ça. Wundem der nicht wandend im Rat der Gottlosen. Der ist die wie ein Baum geflossen Wasserbecken, der seine Frucht bringt zu seiner Seite und seine Blätter verwelken nicht. Mungu nisiwadanganye hiyo ni maneno za wimbo.
Ni za wimbo.
But umesikia huyo confidence nimesema.
Like
so definitely when now learning German or speaking German would not be hard because I already have a framework. Nimeshachukua wimbo nikasema sasa nitajua bicht, nicht, bringt, frucht, bringt, etc. Also shaping my mouth to be able to bring to look like
to get the intonations right. Wow, amazing, very impressive.
Asante.
There is so much that you can do.
Kihindi nayo ilinisumbua tafadhali. Kihindi I had to learn some songs. Then I realized Hildebrand, there's Telugu. I mean, in Hildebrand, there's Telugu. There is Pakistani. There is the Hindu. You know, different types of Hindu. Wesi tunasemanga ule ni Muhindi. Tumeona kitu hapa. There are different types of. Kama tu kuna Kijaluo, Kamba, nini na sisi wote tunafanana. Unaona, yeah. So they are different.
They have their own tribes.
One time I was told to sing, so I went to sing. Na na Nasema nifanye hivi. Yeshuki kanda karenge. Oheraja wanasiya mere jivan ka sahara. Nachenge gayenge dumachadenge. Yeshuki.
Wow.
Sijui naonanga nini lazima macho ikuwe kubwa wera. Umeona nyoka umepita hapo na bidegeni. Macho unakuwa kubwa. Nachenge gayenge dumachadenge na shingo. Yeshuki gune kane karenge. Na digiri dom na 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 na.
Wow.
Nilimba hiyo mali. Muhindi alikuja kasema, Hellen, what do you sing? What do you sing my country? If you sing my country, nilipata do.
Wow. Pesa just like that, just because you
that
know.
Alone, I want you to picture going to China. And if you're a Luya, you find a Chinese singing Kiluya. Then a person could only feel it Waluya naongeaka hivyo. What are you going to do? You immediately imagine that's your brother. Even if you are not related, sura ni ya white. Lakini ndani ya spirit. Spirit yake ni Luya.
We are together.
That's your brother straight on.
Absolutely.
So when I discovered that, I started teaching my students how to appreciate global music.
Wow.
Because you never know, as a musician, where will you land? So when you start singing and singing songs from different parts, different cultures, etc., you are opening the
doors
gate
for you.
For reception. It's a language.
Because people want to feel like, you know, you understand them.
You understand them, you appreciate them. People love to be understood.
Yes.
People love to relate. And the one thing that can make you relate is music, language. Yeah.
Absolutely, I love that. I'm still,
Yes.
amazed by this.
It excites me. I'm just saying, God, hii kitu ya mtu kukua msee ulitoka na mina gani wapi? Sasa hii knowledge yote, alafu sasa ukiniuliza mwaka na kuambia niko 54 years old.
You don't look like it.
Sorry guys, I'm sweet 16.
Wow, you are.
Niko 22 years old, 3,567,000 days. Utapata mathematician wa calculator.
Yeah. Oh, yo, that is amazing. And you still have the grace even to still teach this, you know, and you've still, you know, your gift can't leave you. Like I've just had you play that in the, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a trumpet. Sometimes if there's a lot of R's, like, it becomes a trumpet. But if it is smooth, that becomes a saxophone.
Wow.
Alafu I go, it becomes a lead guitar with effect. Ndugu zanguni msione kama mtanitesa. Hamwezi nitesa hata we saxophonist ukikosa kuja.
You can do it by your own mouth. Like you have the instruments in you.
Yes, actually voice is an instrument.
Yeah.
The voice is an instrument.
But how do you do that? Like
I discovered this playing with the mouth. I discovered from a guy called Israel from Uganda. Israel Mugisha and Sanyu Sokurava. Sebo, you have taught me something that many people are just appreciating. And I really, really appreciate it because you taught me in 3 minutes. And after 3 minutes, I became the person who is now ring-a-ring with it.
You said 3 minutes. You learned how to do that.
He taught me in 3 minutes. We met in a conference where we were asked to sing Burundian national anthem. 2 hours before the show.
Wow.
In Limuru.
And
that's where I met this guy. And he taught me. I was like,
it.
What did you do? Can you teach me? He said, Helen, it is just your voice. You just place your voice and then you put your mouth on the side and then take your hand because your hand becomes the resonator. Once you put it like that, just start blowing. Let the mouth blow and it will take the air. It will take the air out on the side of your mouth. Before you know it, you have an instrument in your mouth. Wow. Don't blame me. You thank me later. Mnange nsanyusa. Nsanyusa. Mukama akukume. Mukama akumbuze. Be slapped by the angel.
Yeah.
The angel akuslap na urambo na malaika.
Whatever you said.
I know.
Wow.
Yes.
And are you like this even when you teach? Like you
in Taska Project Femi, I was different because in Taska Project Femi, I was acting principal. Principal does not laugh with everybody. So
you were
strict. I had to become a little strict. Yeah, but kila siku ukiniona, mimi ndio la. You know, my latest career is comedy.
Latest career. Okay.
I was actually invited in the US in Atlanta. Nasikia naitwa Atlanta. Atlanta. Niliitwa Atlanta, Georgia. Nilipoitwa huko, baadaye I was just talking on my own stuff. Kasema, hey, let me tell you, this church has a lot of Kikuyus in there. Hey, let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, we discovered something about Hellen, and we are going to cross our cameras. If you did not come to church today, Hellen is going to give us 1 hour, if not 1.5 hours of comedy. Sorry, we have our woman shashio here. Tafadhalini kama hukukuja kanisa leo, ni vile umekosa. Mungu akubariki. Sisi leo tuko na comedy.
They closed it and then you had a show?
I was given 1 hour to do stand-up comedy.
Yo.
1 hour.
Yeah, wow.
Ndugu zangu ni my latest. Umesa kuwa comedy natafuta jokes.
You are a
kama
comedian.
uko nayo uko. Wacha nimwambie walio nani naanze kupasa. Kama uko pusia nani? Tumako za Uganda. Tumako hizo jokes alafu tumako tu, don't worry. Kukoko vile nani utatumua pa M-Pesa. Mulia kisikia M-Pesa nani hata kuku inaonekana tu hivi kwa. Imaji kwa ndo anyupa. No dorere. Nimefundishwa acha niache kuringa sana iko manake mnaweza sema niko tribalistic. Washa niwaambie ndugu zanguni pata hizo jokes zake ko tuma. Mimi mwenyewe nitazidiriva kwa sababu kuzizaa si mimi ni mwanamke nitazizaa tu haraka alafu jokes zipate pattern. Nipate watoto Ndio luoma ndire kai jok baranga kujo wengi umadongo muranga go kumera. Uru jokes di mangenyo se paronia na Nigeria jok boko parodia de girere. Tuma huyo jokes kwa sababu that is my latest career. Hata Eric nganine. Eric Omondi ninatumangiswa so jokes alafu yeye ana deliver. Koro na uru gigo pio bwana.
They send you also.
If you are from South Africa, I don't know whether wanakuanga wanavuta maneno hivi.
I don't know.
South Africa is a South African joke you have there. Oh, my brother and my sister, throw them aside. Throw them on my side like this. If you want kwacha and a little South African space, I
thought it's kwacha. No,
it's kwacha. South African rent.
Rand.
If you want rent, just talk to me. I'll give you the rent in a different Kenya shilling. Don't worry.
You get it delivered.
My sister, my brother from Nigeria. I don't go leave you. Make you finish program. I go see you camera. Camera.
Like
camera. Kuna wimbo nilitunga inaitwa camera.
What was it about?
Unaonwa na kamera. Wewe ambaye umekaa hapo kwa screen unatudanganya, unatusikia. Kumbe kando ya simu uko na vitu zingine wewe tunakuona na cameraman na wasalimia nyinyi mnasahau. Unajua Tasker Project Fame used to call cameramen trees.
Why?
Yes,
because they're standing.
They're standing and you cannot talk to them. You cannot admire them. You cannot say anything to them. Miti. Tafadhali miti ambayo wako ndani wa nyumba. Mungu awabariki sana. Kasi yenu ni mzuri.
Hey, but now I'm just challenged. Someone can have so many talents, like in one person. You can actually do it.
Yes.
But how do you do it? Like how have you been able to multitask all these things together?
So
without
at Daystar University
going
there was
mad.
a course that we took called INS 101 called Study Skills. That has helped me organize my life. Study skills, we used to call it study kills. Because you have so many subjects, but then you have to study them.
Yeah.
So 1 hour in class means 2 hours outside class. So when you do that, you never fail.
Okay.
That used to help me do very well. I don't know, kumbuka nilingia Dean's List a few times, because when you study that class, 1 hour in class, and make sure that you study it immediately or even later, give it 2 hours, there's no way you'll fail that course. So that's actually what helped me now to organize my life. Okay. So even today, whatever I do a timetable. Even for my family. I put a timetable specifically for them. Wow. Around this hour, hata ukinipigia simu sichukui.
Uko na familia.
Mtoto wangu mmoja anaitwa Neema. Katoto kalirekodiwa jana. She did an interview. She lately has liked theater. Because all along my baby was tone deaf. Baka nikasema baba yako ni mwimbaji. Mimi ni mwimbaji. Baba yako, nyanya yako na nini wote. Wewe hizi rumors umetoa wapi? Mutata naimba tu off key. But now slowly, that actually affected her. She could not sing before me. Because you know that I will critique. So lately she told me, Mom, I want to do Sarafina with you. And I don't want just a mere role. I want a major role. So she was not a student, because Sarafina is done by students who are under production with Stuart Nash. So I asked Stuart Nash, can she come? He said, well, she can come. Then she was casted. After being casted, she was casted and given the role of singing, Hallowed be thy name. Kali kasichana kanaimba hivyo.
Yeah.
She did it, but then Stuart told her, I don't want that head voice. Please do it with your chest voice. Katoto kalinishangaza.
It came out.
So now that under other jobs.
Wow.
Other music jobs. ICC has hired her to play. So she's doubling up as an actress as well as a singer. Oh, the song she did. Oh, umeshaona mama yako akishangaa vile unaimba mpaka anasema, "Ni huyu ni
Huyu ni
mtoto
wangu
wangu.
kweli."
Ni mimi ndo nilizaa huyu mtoto." Huyo si celebrity wametoka kwingine kwa kina Whitney Houston, kina Beyonce.
Ni wangu tu. Wow.
Oh, she sang mpaka nikasema,
Must be proud, huh?
very proud. And then she listens to very different music from mine. Me, I listen to African authentic music. Yeye utapata anasikiza hao wasungu. Mtoto anafanya runs mpaka unashangaa. Hey!
Yo.
So I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I'm able to get that passed on.
Yeah,
even
to
her.
your generation,
my
that it's still on. So you marrying or getting married to someone also in the same industry, was it
Very important.
was it intentional?
I think not intentional, but God planned, because sometimes people who come to you, to your suitors, are not just going to come like that. They probably are God ordained to find something in you that they want to carry on for all their life.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's God planned, because first of all, this was a student. He came to Desa to study. Part of it was to study me.
You were the study.
Na alipotoa cassette akaniuliza, Hellen, can I get people who can back me up? Nilitafuta relatives wangu wote. Relatives kujeni, kuna pesa imeonekana hapa. Kuna pesa. Wote, because wote wanaimba. Waliimba soprano, alto, tenor, bass, tukitoka hapo wanachotewa. Na mimi nilikuwa najua tunamaliza story isha, enda kwenyu. Hellen, sorry, would you mind before we used to be pen pals. Sasa yana ananitumia tu barua, mimi nachukua simu mara moja. Huyu ni Jaluo, barua mpaka saa ngapi?
Let us talk bwana.
Tuongee. Then I would talk to him for about 1 hour. Tunamaliza. Alafu the next week barua. Postman alijuanga every day lazima achukue barua yangu. Every day. The guy will write letters every day. I Mtawali, unakuanga na commitment.
Mr. Mtawali.
Mr. Mtash.
He needs to train the
He's a
men.
guitarist. He's a guitarist. He's a lead guitarist. So part of my vitu zile nakuanga nayo attention kwa nyumba ni gitaa, na si moja, shanunua mingi sana. Mpaka unaona kama vile unaonanga vyombo, hii ni vyombo
so ziko.
Anasema hii nitoa New York, hii nitoa nini? Hii nitoa. Na yeye Mtawali basi nakwambia, nikuje program hivi kwa TV, niko kwa TV. Yeye ataandika author.com. He will write. The next thing natoka hapa mimi kwa TV, yeye atoke kwa gazeti. Acheni mchezo. Ambaye ameandika peke yake.
You don't joke.
The genius in the house, Mr. Mtawali. Wetugo.
Wetugo. Hey, marrying right is very important. Yeah.
I tell you,
Amazing.
Marry right.
So, let me
because you
ask.
flow.
Amazing. Let me ask you about how you're seeing the industry now. Seeing that you're an expert, you, as I said before, you're an icon, and especially in this particular space. So what is that? What gaps are you seeing that you'd really want them to correct in the music industry?
In Kenya. Content. Tanzanians appreciate choirs. And choir music, choral music in Tanzania is content.
True.
They have a lot of content. That's the reason why we're doing this show that probably later I'll talk about, called Heaven on Earth. Because there's something different from Gen Z music and our music. Then today, Gen Z music don't even mind about whatever you're writing. Just write.
As long as the beat is there.
Kama ni mamako, babako na mdate, sikia ngo wengine na date budako dozi. Do ni ngara nazo ni za budako na utadu.
Utadu.
Isi wakati wetu afadhali useme hiyo in metaphors.
Yeah.
In metaphors, you were not as, it was not as permissive as now. So in the past, the missing link is today things can happen, and even worse, that AI has come. That if you're lazy to write songs, it will write for you content.
That's true.
Which is good, because at least it's going to give you content. But us guys would think it through our heads and then provide people with the content, write content. So there was that link. Kenyan music is not as deep as what you'd consider Tanzanian music, Nigerian music, etc. First of all, it's because, again, we never used to appreciate us. But today I'm glad that after Uhuru Kenyatta, former president, opened the way for us to play our own music and appreciate, give airtime, our own music, even on our airwaves. Then we started appreciating us.
Our music.
So we need to continue appreciating us so that we can also create the need for people to continue writing. That way we are opening gifts that have been hidden. We are giving people a chance to be able to be heard. Because the more we sing, the more we give that airtime, the more the demand. And we cannot play just the same music throughout. We'll keep demanding for. So which means we have to open space for more music and more music to come. That's where Kenya went wrong. But I'm glad that there are trends now. Music is changing. We have left the season of album 1, Newashiyama. Album 2, Album 3, Mambo. I don't know whether it's the same song or that. These are 3 different songs. But listen, this could be a hyperbole. I'm not like lingering anybody. I'm just giving an example that we could actually do better than that. Congolese are great. And Congolese start nurturing their kids. Not even aiming at adults. There's a boy under, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, there's a boy. I think I found him on TikTok. Yeah. So this boy sang, hatuna tena vya kusema tumeishiwa, akili zetu zimefika mwisho kabisa. This kid akikuimbia verse. The verse is composed from the head. He's actually telling a story. So that means he's building content.
Yeah.
From a tiny little age, teaching a kid how to write songs on the head. Corona ilikuja kaenda Yesu tulidhani tutakula lakini mutananawa bila kukula. Already you're telling somebody that you can actually create a conversation in your music. Before you know it, you have content. Today I am loved because of some of the songs I create spontaneously. And that cannot come. Kama sababu mtoto ako what, maybe 10, 15, 14 years old, and is writing the song that I write now, which has taken me years to be able to get to that point. He's confident enough to think that you can sing about anything. Cameraman umesimama mbele yangu, naona kama uinama. Unaniangalia na macho kubwa kubwa ndio uweze kuona kila kitu nafanya. Kumbe hata rangi yako ni ya black na navy black kama Sudanese. You see, I'm actually writing on the spot. A kid is able to do that. If we taught them when they're young, then tell me how much they produce when they grow up.
So much.
Real content, you know. So that's what we need to do for us.
Okay.
And Tanzanians are lucky that they also have the advantage of being able to relate freely with their language enough to know how to write songs. The other mistake we do is we do not know how to intonate when you're writing. Naturally, if a song has the right intonation, people will master the song effortlessly.
Okay.
If you sing for somebody, so devalago, so devalago, so devalago, you are no longer my friend again. You cheated me to lose my life the wrong way. Today I love Jesus. He's got my life. And told me that was English. We'll actually get it. But if I sang in mwingeni pepo, akena malage, sina usena na iebule, wanikenga setani kwaisha maisha gangu pepo mukorofe, musena ngone bwana jeswe, wanibareke moyo wangu na hozema. And told me that was Giri. I would believe you because the intonation for Giri is on there. But if I came and sang it in the right intonation, so devil go, so devil go, so devil go, you're no longer my friend again. Nimeimba kizungu.
Yeah, you
Baka
actually
mutu anasikia.
understand it.
Same way I can go Peter on a join in my Kyojai. Kiamar hoya that in a Matarena show. And told me that was Kikuyu.
Kikuyu, like,
nani. Badirisha kamba. But when I sang for you, better on a Joanna Makiora Kyoja, Kama that in a Matarena show. Hiyo ni definitely have convinced you.
That is
Almost like a
Kikuyu.
wagedhomo. Basi huyo sasa the right intonation.
it. Okay.
If it is Kikuyu, imba Kikuyu kama Kikuyu. Kama ni Jaluo na wewe ni Kikuyu, tafadhali jifunze hiyo intonation ya Jaluo. Baka ushike na kapitora ya tafadhali. Kama ni Muikamba, utatafuta Muikamba, imba kama Muikamba. Ndonenge kalaka sabudi kakwa. Wacha inge, wacha moito. You have to give us the Indonesian for Kikamba. After you finish the Indonesian, we will know that song you have sung is Kikamba. Mukamba kivintu. Na we ni Munzaluo. Mtu anajua kama we basi Mukamba kweli. Amefika kwa nyumba. Lakini ukianza kutuimbia Kikamba na Indonesian ya Kizungu, unatundanganya. Kwa Kikamba tunasema unatundingindi.
Kambas in the house. Okay. All right. So it's also the intonation, singing the right
intonation. When you're teaching songwriting and people need to learn, if you do that, you're creating naturalness. So people master your song faster rather than thinking of it as another language. Because if the intonation is not right, it will take people a while. Oh, that was English. Yeah. But when they get the intonation, hata kama ni Kiswahili, imba Kiswahili, biltausi, ndege wangu, faharai, tafadhali. Hiyo ni Kiswahili gani?
And then there's, so those are the things that we need to work on.
Yeah.
Look at the content.
Yes.
Let's have content, a message in our songs. And that applies to both gospel and secular songs.
Every song you write.
Cuts across,
yes.
all right. And the intonation.
Intonation,
right?
very important.
If you work on that,
style and genre that you choose to attach to it. Don't force it. Don't force a song to be reggae when it's not meant to be reggae.
Okay.
Ni him. But there are some that are forceable. Yeah, there's some that you can force. Reggae is easiest to force on because reggae is just a delay in the movement. Yeah.
Okay.
And then sing, if you're going to sing as a performer, kani reggae, sing reggae like a reggae musician. Stop telling us, naenda kuiba reggae, lakini reggae yangu ni vile imetoka kado ya balabala. Munisi. Vingine. Get the reggae. Get even how they do it. Because reggae originated from Jamaica.
Jamaica. It's a the culture. If you're doing it, do it well.
Do it even the right intonation ya reggae. Do to believe. Kunayo, eh? So the time I sang, joy to the world, the Lord is come. Oh, I let God receive the King. Let every heart prepare him a room. And heavenly just say, oh la la. Heavenly, unasikia, oh la la. Iyo, ni kalege. Hako kanatoka kwa lege. Kani reggae to make believe na hivyo. Tafuta ajia wanaifanya halafu ifanye na wewe hivyo. Watu watakumake believe na watakubelieve. Juu sasa kani reggae mtu anasikia unaweka vile. Mr. No more tears, no more sorrows, no more sad brighter future tomorrow. Hata unasema tomorrow. Toa kama Jamaican. Blessed is the one who
Amazing.
Fanya homework yako. Fanya homework mpaka ukuje ulete believability. Hapo. Kani Kijaruo naandika Kijaruo na wewe ni nini Muikamba. Tafadhali jifunze intonation Wajaluo la sema upige ginene hapo. Mpaka mtu nisikie ni kama wewe. Capital letters. Anza kujifunza. Kwa sababu kawa wewe ni Muikamba, watando Kamba wanaongeanga na saplano. Kwa hiyo toka kwa Kikamba na saplano ya Wakamba. Ati wacha inge, wacha katato. Maito. Unasikia tayari inaenda huko ndio sababu gitaa yao inaona hiyo saplano yako ukitaka kwenda kuimba Kinjaluo sasa toa sauti kwa saplano kuja kwa bass.
Get it. Amazing.
If you don't get it, forget about
it. Wow, I wish that we had more time. There's so much we can talk with you. I also want you to just give tips for the people that know that they have a talent in music and maybe they are not able to go to school just yet, what can they work on with what they have?
That's a big question that we teach in 17 weeks, but it's like eating an orange, where an orange, as you eat it, kuna vile unaweza kata orange ukule, au pasua ngozi ya orange, kula chambers, chukua screwdriver, ingisa ndani, toa juice. Sasa hii yako ni screwdriver, toe. My advice to anybody who is singing and you have never gone to school to sing, you must know that in heaven we will be singers.
Oh,
Hata preachers watawacha kupreach.
all of us, even us who
Even media casters, hakuna siku ya media. Start singing now.
Okay.
So prepare yourself. Nobody sings wrong. I want to tell everybody that as long as you can talk, you can sing. I have taught the worst of the worst, tone deafs. But tone deafs is a matter of time. They just listen. Before you know it, they master. So if you know that you are tone deaf ni ule wa unaimba wewe kusikia kama ilikuwa deep ama uimbe anakwambia hapo huyo ni tone deaf. That means they are deaf to the tone. Don't give up if you are tone deaf. You've gone to choir, you are in a worship team where people don't even give you microphone to sing. Or sometimes they switch off your microphone. Don't worry.
yeah.
Africa Online Vocalists on Facebook, find us there. Or alternatively, get some training in music. Come to Daystar. When you come to Daystar, we'll shape you and show you how you can actually change that into something tangible. Most of the tone deafs I have taught today are celebrities. Even Ruth Matete.
No.
Ruth Matete hata karibu tumrudishe kutoka ngambo, tumrudishe hapa. Kwa sababu akianza kuimba kikuwa excited, atawacha kina, kiwacha mewacha. Akiwacha mewacha. Yeah.
Wow.
After the experience she had in the US with us for 100 days, she came back ripe and ready for anything. And that's the reason why she was now probably winning on Tasker Project Fame. But I want to tell you, anybody in this world has an amount or a percentage of singing off key. All you need to do is train your vocals to be able to sing on key, and you will get it.
Amazing.
There are some musicians who have mentored and today are doing very well. You all know Manasseh Shalom. He has several videos. There is this one lately, watu wa Ruak, koso Ruak. Duote, kina Medza, Mwanza, Joel, all those have trained under me.
Wow.
Today they are shining. And I'm telling you, they can only shine if you get some training. People think that it's natural to just sing. Get some training. It's important. You'll be shocked at the produce you might have at the end. However, if you cannot afford training, talk to me. We give scholarship to people who want.
Okay.
Also, if you're not able to afford training, don't worry. Just engage in singing. Hiyo ndio tabia tulifundishwa na mama zetu kitambo that we don't do today. Sing along songs. As you sing along, you are training your voice to stay on pitch. Lakini don't sing along the radio and decide to sing off key. Unajua kuna wale wimba na radio, anaimba na radio inaimba kimoja, yeye anaimba kingine tofauti na hata ujali. No. Try and match the pitch that is there. You'll be surprised at what your voice can be able to do. That's point number one. Point number two, after talking about training and you getting training, please, if you're training and singing, if it hurts, stop. Because the thing you can never ever recover is once your voice is gone. Masi Karianjahi, one of the pastors of chapel, once upon a time, used to sing very high notes. She injured her voice. And after that, he had to go to South Africa for it to be mended. Haijawahi rudi the same. So please be careful. If it hurts, stop. Take a lot of saliva and water. If you want to breathe or sing, it's just natural to, if you don't have water, swallow some saliva. It will clean your throat instead of doing
so the clearing of throat is strong. Okay.
Your dry throat requires something, a liquid that is that can go through it. So take saliva, swallow saliva, or if you can get access to water, drink a lot of water. It will help to lubricate your vocals. For those of you who are soloists, there are over 67 ways of expressing yourself vocally. Please, if you don't know how to express yourself vocally to stand out, because people look for what we call a money note in their vocals. If you're not able to achieve that, talk to me. My number is 0727980156. Itafute kwa social media at Hellen Mtawali. If you want to become a soloist. But if you're a background vocalist, tumeshatoka enzi za watu watatu wana share mics. These days, churches are rich, or places where people sing, their microphones are available. Please ensure that you're singing into your microphone by yourself. I'd rather have 3 people who sing into the microphone than 17 people who use the 3 microphones and they are spaced out. They eventually don't even give us what we're looking for, unless you are a choir. And choirs usually have that one that comes from above, that taps their sound in a probably closed room, or it's a boom mic that gets their voices all together. Lakini never think that hizi zetu za nene ni unidirectional. No, some of that cannot be able to tap your vocals. So all you need to do is, if you're soprano, alto, tenor, get 3 people who know the song very well, put them into the mic, then you can sing behind them. That way you're still able to get as much as possible. If you're an instrumentalist, study your music way before you go and perform. If you're backing up a musician, get to know their music. If it's available, find it. Do not use practice time to come and practice how to play the music. Use your time to practice the music. Use practice time to polish the music. It only makes you sharper and greater. One more thing for vocalists, water must be your friend. Love water like as if it was the Bible. Love water so much, if anything, if you have a bad skin, it will correct your skin. The next thing, it also helps in digestion. Lastly, if you're a musician, if you use that water, it is pure medication.
Wow. So water is very essential.
Very important, very essential.
Amazing.
Yes.
And does this also apply to voiceover artists, because they're also using their voice?
All right, voiceover artists. I never knew that at a point in time, I would also train voiceover artists.
Train?
Yes, I train voiceover artists, media artists, people like you,
Okay.
people who read news, etc. Variation, tone variation is important, and that's actually largely what they are taught. Because when you create the intonation, right intonation, as whatever voiceover artist, you create the zeal and life in the words. Some words can be straight. If I came here and started speaking like a robot, you would know that there's no intonation, and as I speak and I talk, I'm just talking, and can you hear what I'm saying? There's no life. But if I said, hey, when I saw that person,
attention, you get it.
They surprised me. I'm actually creating tone and sound variation so that I can actually create life. That is the life we require for music. It also applies in music. And that if you know how to do that, your music will be great. Also consider music, drama, dance, creativity, and writing. Those 5 pillars go together. They can earn you 67 jobs.
Wow. I love that. They go together. So just to master that. Yeah. There is so much. I hope we can have you here again to continue this discussion. Yes. Just tell us, where can people get you on social media? I know you have a band as well. And tell us about the event that's coming up for people who want to join.
Here's the event on the 4th of April, Friday. We have a fantastic event. Those of you who have had some of the songs like Wakalenjin, we actually have a surprise for you. That's not Emmy, that's Rotich.
Oh.
Rotich nalimba yo pes, nalimba yo wakale wote, kujeni mupande vaivovo. That's how the president used to talk. Come, we have surprises for you. Kama we ni Mkamba, Mjaluo, Kikuyu, etc. We have songs from different parts of Kenya, sung by legends, people who have actually mentored other musicians, people who have stood out in the gospel industry. Please come at Sitam. It will be at Sitam. Saa 8 ndo wanaanza, nakwambia. We basi wafanya kazi Friday. Haya basi saa 8 hupatikani, ngoja. Twaenda hadi kuchelewa basi. Haya, saa zako toka kazini saa 11 nini. Hapo Valley Road panda kama ni kabukabu.